Yeah, I had a lot of disagreements with how that video was actually put together, because when I was interviewed, I was under the impression that it was to be a general interview on the 60s and 70s. So when I received the stack of papers on Richard Aoki being an informant, I felt that I didn't really have enough time to review them. So it was a little bit of instantaneous response type of video that upon looking and spending a couple of days looking through the papers, I came to the opposite conclusion that Seth Rosenfeld had, and that there was nothing in the papers that pointed to Richard Aoki being an informant. The name of the informant, the T2 informant, was redacted, and there was no name in there at all. There was only in parentheses, Richard Matsui Aoki, the name Richard Matsui Aoki in parentheses, right next to the redacted square where the informant's name was supposed to be. So Seth Rosenfeld read into this FBI document as the redacted blanked out name was Richard Aoki, but as far as my reading of it, there's no Richard Aoki name inside the redacted square of the FBI document. So I had some big questions about that, and the other pieces of evidence that was put forward included a former FBI agent who's no longer alive, and Bernie Threadgill, and that's just his unofficial commentary on Richard Aoki, and there's no way to verify it because he's passed away in 2005. Also, you have to take into consideration that Bernie Threadgill was part of the FBI, which at that time was at the height of COINTELPRO, which was involved in counterintelligence programs that defamed people, that created diversions and created divisions within the movements at that time. So as far as the credibility of Threadgill, I have a lot of questions. The statement he made was not an official statement, but it was just an unofficial statement. And the other question is whether or not he really even made these statements. Yeah, the transcript in the book says people changed, that Richard Aoki said people changed. But in terms of the actual interview itself, the people change phrase is not stated in the documentary. So I had questions about that too. So because of that, I'd like to look at the entire transcript, in terms of the recording of it, as well as the typed out version. And I feel that it's really unfair to press these charges on Richard Aoki, who passed away in 2009, and he's not here to defend himself. So definitely, as far as the documentary that went viral, I feel that it was more something along the lines of an infomercial, and it was not really investigative reporting. And I asked the Center for Investigative Reporting to remove any parts of interviews that had myself in it, and I haven't received any response. So as a result of this, I think the Center for Investigative Reporting should change its name to the Center for Irresponsible Reporting. The book is on the free speech movement in that period, but I was just kind of surprised to see that out of a 700-page book, only 25 pages was devoted to the Third Liberation Front strike, and the majority of the narrative of the Third Liberation Front strike was focused around these accusations against Richard Aoki. I just feel that the research is very shaky, and there's no definite proof, of Richard Aoki being an informant, and there's a lot of things that are left out. Okay, so there's a lot of holes in it, and I disagree with the conclusions. I'd like to have it settled, but at the same time, there's a lot of holes in the arguments, and I feel that it's important to challenge it. Yeah.